What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? I know the other week, like a week and a half ago, I did cover the video running through, maxing this guy out, but I haven't done a showcase video for this LR Spirit Bomb Goku that you get as part of the total of 1,000 days login into Dokkan battles. So let's go ahead and test this guy out on a couple of team setups with different units to kind of provide support. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover the stats a little bit. Most of you guys already know what the stats look like, but let's just go ahead and cover it just in case. Leader skill will provide all types key plus 3 HP attack and defense, 100% increase. So very good rainbow lead, pretty much no restrictions, very useful unit, and also does pretty well in damage. Now, this is an LR, so you do have the 12 key and 18 key supers. The 12 key will cause colossal damage to enemy and also raises allies' attack by 20% for one turn. The 18 key will cause mega colossal damage to enemy and also raises allies' attack and defense by 25% for one turn. The passive skill will provide attack of 77% increase plus an additional attack and defense increase of 7%. And recovers 7,777 HP per key sphere collected. League skills, he's got Z Fighters, that is 15% increase to attack, all in the family, 15% increase to defense. Experienced Fighters, 10% increase to attack. Prepare for battle, plus 2 key. Supreme Power, attack and defense increase of 1,000. Saiyan Lineage, plus 1 key, and also Legendary Power will provide 5,000 to attack when SA is launched. It falls into 2 categories, Majin Buu Saga and Pure Saiyans, but for this video we'll be running the super type team, depending on whether he's the lead or the Tech Vegito Blue, depending on how far in the video you are. 12 key multiplier is 140%, the 24 key multiplier is 200%. Alright, so I've included a couple of variations on here in terms of units included. Obviously the Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan I'm a big fan of because of the supporting role he does play within team building. That 35% increase to attack and defense certainly helps, and he's got link skills like Z Fighters and shattering the limit and whatnot, so he definitely does provide a boost toward his teammates. The LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 are also included in case Goku's facing the extreme type enemies that will drop their defense by, I believe, 70%. So on top of defensive increases and key boosts toward the allies, it'll also drop the enemy's defense as well. I did also include Majin Vegeta in certain portions because the Strength Majin Vegeta has the ability to convert the Agility Orbs to the Strength Orbs, so definitely going to benefit the LR Spirit Bomb Goku in terms of collecting enough ki to, since he does have the nuking passive, it'll increase his attack and defense. At this point, more or less, this guy is really a collection purpose unit, but out of the group, he's definitely a pretty versatile unit. So I do, I run this guy quite a bit in various types of teams. So it's definitely a unit you'll have no regrets getting to Rainbow Star status. I mean, he's a good enough unit, and the leader skill itself will provide a lot of benefit as well. I gotta tell you, this past work week has been brutal for me. I think I pushed at least 70 plus hours. Probably my content has probably been impacted by that a little bit. It's been a little bit less than what it typically is, but in case those are wondering, that's pretty much where that comes from. I mean, it's like right after vacation, things were just the busiest out of the entire year. It almost seems like, but hopefully things will slow down a little bit next week and catch up on some content. But I meant to do a video on this guy anyhow, with some I wouldn't say proper, but the best team I could build out of it. So definitely did want to cover this guy before I end up forgetting about him. You know what I mean? So Now, ideally, the best team setup for this guy will be probably Pure Saiyans for the maximum boost. Now, the Majin Buu Saga category will also have a bunch of units that could, support him as well. Obviously, you're not really gonna build a team with this guy at the limelight per se, but yeah, I mean this guy as a leader skill can just do just as well, really. I mean, it's a pretty good team overall too, and definitely not a bad approach either. Like for this portion of the footage, I ended up setting, I think, my LR Spirit Bomb Goku as lead, and then the intelligence version of LR Goku that you get from the Super Battle Road stages as part of the rewards, basically. And I'm sure some of you guys probably remember the Agility Spirit Bomb Goku as well that got a Dokkan Awaken last year at some point. Probably like what? It might have actually been September last year. I can't remember exactly, but it was around that time they had that campaign going and they gave out like, I don't know, close to 20 copies or something like that. If I'm being perfectly honest, I love this LR Spirit Bomb Goku and the artwork that comes with it, but I actually do like the other Strength Spirit Bomb Goku, the non-LR version before the Dokkan Awaken. I think the subheading was Great Brilliance. The card art design on that is so iconic, from the manga. So definitely one of my favorites in the game that has been replicated from over the Dragon Ball Z manga over to Dokkan Battle. So definitely nostalgic for me. So definitely has that value, I guess, in terms of where my preference and bias goes. The only thing about this guy is it takes such a long time to get him, because you do have to log in for a total of 1,000 days to be able to get this guy. So, it definitely takes a long time, and it's a little bit, I mean, I think they could have definitely lessened it to a much lower amount. I'm not quite sure what that number would be exactly, but 1,000 days is definitely a pretty tall order. I think by the time a lot of other people get this Goku, the leader skill might be potentially obsolete at that point, but you never know. They might have a Dokkan Awaken later down the road for some of these units that have leader skills that are a little bit obsolete. But for now, the leader skill is good enough. 100% all across the board with no restrictions is definitely definitely one of the best leader skills you can have. I mean, the other ones, yeah, you do have higher amounts percentages wise, but some of them are limited in terms of it can only be like a super or extreme type or whatever the case is. So this guy has one of the better leader skills still to this day. And the intelligence version of LR Goku, obviously not the best, unit to be on the same rotation, because they really won't share any links because they are the same unit with the same name. But that Goku does provide a boost toward attack and defense for super type allies, so it definitely does help out. That's kind of why the only reason why he's on there as a friend was just kind of have 100% leads and then see how that team overall does. the strength Majin Vegeta is definitely not the best linking partner, but the benefit that he brings is the ability to convert the agility type orbs into strength type. So that's kind of one of the main reasons why I did decide to include him. And that's kind of also why I ended up using the LR Spirit Bomb Goku as leader, as well as the intelligence version, because there are no restrictions dependent on super extreme types. So, this is pretty much the showcase for the 1000 Day Goku at 100%. So, hopefully enjoy the content enough, and definitely appreciate you watching.